Good evening, guys, and well, this will probably be the last winter weather update of the season. Um, and boy, what a wild ride it has been. I mean, goodness, from thunder snow to, I mean, it's from we have. I mean, let's just face it, guys. We've had a crazy winter. So many events to track, kept me on my toes and heels, and I appreciate everybody tuning in for informative weather information, and it's been truly a pleasure serving as your source for weather. So we're not quite done with winter yet. I mean, we're almost done. So as soon as we get this out of the way, it does look like that the pattern will begin to break down, and we'll begin to see a warm up. I mean, we'll still have some cool spells between now and every now and then, but nothing like the highs in the 40s and 30s like we saw today. So I think we're pretty much done with those. We'll still see swings in temperatures. So. Okay, guys, let's take a look, and you can see this is some of the latest guidance. This is a 0Z NAM, and this is a decent model at this range, although it does tend to over pump the precipitation. It really brings out a lot of precipitation, so I always am hesitant to show the precip amounts when it comes to this model, because sometimes it can be quite outrageous. So you can see the slow pressure beginning to form offshore the Florida and Georgia coast. You can see, now watch this area right here. This begins to develop. Here we are. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, this is 5 o'clock in the morning. So before you ask, yes, we're going to school. So we'll be going to school, and we probably will be staying there the whole day. No delay whatsoever either. You can see that batch of precip beginning to move in. This is an association. This is the upper level low in association with this area of low pressure, and this will begin to phase with the low offshore the North Carolina coast. And you can see that some more moderate, maybe some moderate snow or precipitation forming right in through here, especially across the western portions of the state. And you can see moderate, maybe a quick burst of heavy precipitation continuing throughout much of the state. There's actually a little bit of a shift further west, which brings more of the snow a little bit further inland. But there's a little bit more to this than more in the way of precipitation, because I'll explain why. I mean, temperatures are going to be a big issue, and it will hamper accumulations, most of the accumulations. And you can see this. Well, whoops, let's skip the frame. This is, let's see, 9 o'clock. This is 9 o'clock. So this is 5 o'clock in the evening. So you can see this moderate snow is still going. And as we head on into 8 o'clock, in the evening, we still have moderate snow, but it's still going a little bit heavier closer to the coast. But again, keep in mind those temperatures are going to be warmer, so likely will be more in the way of mixed precipitation. But some moderate snow is still going on along I-95. It's still trying to load here. Let's see, we can't. Dang it. Crud. Oh well. But you can see basically, it will basically move on out of the way by early Wednesday morning. So not going to be a big deal. You can see it pumps out. Let's see. I'm trying to get this to load. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You can see it pumps out very modest amounts, like maybe up to for Richmond an inch or less for Richmond. I think that this is NAM. I said the NAM might always be doing precipitation, but I think this is very plausible. I think this is very doable. Seems very plausible. I think this could end up verifying. You can see an inch, maybe a couple inch or two head up towards Charlottesville, up and down the I-81 corridor, maybe up towards DC. I think that sounds pretty plausible. But the issue here will be the temperatures, and I'll show you why. This is what they call a skewed T-chart. Here's a little bit of a lesson for you guys. This is what they call a skewed T-chart. So let's go to hour. It tells you what temperatures look like at the surface. So let's say we're going to hour 15. Also, it shows the amount of moisture we have. So basically, here's what you have. This line right here, this is a dew point. This green line right here, this is a dew point temperature. This blue temperature is a wet bulb, which is the temperature at which the dew point and air temperature meet. And this red line is the temperature right here. Don't worry about the dashed line. Don't worry about that. And basically, when you see those lines close together, that means precipitation is falling. However, if you see it spread out like this, you know, nothing's falling. So you can see, you know, the dew point, the closer to the dew point temperature are, the more moist the air is, which would indicate that precipitation is falling. Now, let's see those lines. Now, okay, guys, goodness, I'm trying to get this to load. I'm sorry, guys. Gosh, what is taking so long? Don't fail me, internet. Okay, you can see hour 15. This is 11 o'clock. This is probably around, let's say 11 o'clock in the morning. You can see the red temperature, red line. This is the air temperature. It looks like nothing is falling at this current time, which sounds plausible because all this precipitation is off to the west up here at that time. And this is around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And keep in mind, this is, let's take a look at what this model shows right here. And you can see, and this is taking a while. My internet's been goofing up. Let's hope it behaves. You can see right here. See those lines right here? And see those numbers? These are the temperatures. Ideally, you want the red line to stop right before the 0 degrees Celsius line, be to the left of it. Instead, it goes to the right, pretty far to the right too. So what you have here is rain falling. You got rain falling right here, or maybe mixing with sleet. So that's the deal. What you have there. So temperature is right around 40 once the precipitation starts. So we're going to be seeing it mixed with some sleet and rain and snow. It'll be a nasty mix for a little while, sloppy mix, so not going to be a big deal. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that. So this is what's hampering it right here.